I was speaking to some people yesterday, and I was explaining how the heavens are open. And they're like, how are the heavens open? And I told them, the heavens are open to the people that are aware that the heavens are open.
Yes.
You see, Jesus on the cross opened up the heavens. But the question is, do you realize what he did? A lot of people, they live their lives in ignorance. And the reason why is, as you said, they don't watch and pray. When you have a prayer life, God will begin to show you your destiny. When you have a prayer life, God will begin to open up the vision of seeing those open heavens.
Amen.
One big thing that Jesus taught about prayer was intent. You have to have a intent of your prayer. I would have wished I would have known this when I first began to pray, because I had no idea how to pray. All I knew was I was in love with Jesus. All I knew was I wanted to get to know him. All I knew is that I wanted to be in that place of intimacy. All I knew is that I wanted more of that presence. Without me knowing, I actually had the main reason for prayer without realizing that was it. I thought I needed to know something more. I thought I needed to have a formula. I thought I needed to have a structure. But then I realized, no, prayer is not about a structure. Prayer is about having a spiritual intent where you're saying, I want to get to know my Father. I want to get to know his presence. I want to get to know who he is. And when you get to know who he is, you get to know who you are. Because you're made, come on, man, you're made in that image. You're made, and let me tell to the people who are listening to us right now, you are not a spiritually dead person. You're just a person that doesn't realize that you're spiritually alive. And when you get back into your prayer, you get reconnected to the Father, and the Father begins to tell you, you're not spiritually dead because you're with me right now. I have you in my hands. I have you in my arms. Now get back to that place where you begin to know me. In that place where you begin to know me, that place you will begin to get transformed. Jesus said in Matthew 6:7, he said this, when you pray, do not babble repeatedly like the Gentiles, because they think by their many words they will be heard. A lot of people, they babble in prayer. They have a prayer list, which isn't bad. I'm not bashing those people who have prayer lists. What I'm saying is, when you go and pray, are you going with the intent of getting things, or are you going with the intent of getting God? Because when you're in prayer, you don't need to babble like a Gentile. Why did Jesus say this? Who is a Gentile? A Gentile is someone that doesn't know God. In other words, if you go and you pray and you're just babbling, you're acting like you don't know that God is there. You're acting like you don't know that he's right there in front of you. And Jesus said, don't be like the Gentiles. Don't be like those people who don't know God, because when you go and you just babble along, you're acting like you're not actually having a conversation with someone. If I were talking to you right now, if I go up to you right now and I just start talking and talking and talking and talking, and I don't give you a chance to talk, I'm just babbling. I'm just rambling. But you know, Christianity is not the only religion that prays.
Oh my God, come on.
There's a lot of people, Buddhists, we got the word correctly this time. There's a lot of Buddhists, there's a lot of Muslims that pray. But what makes the difference between our prayer and their prayer? The difference is this: we know that God is there.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! These people are looking to try to get to God. We're realizing that we're right there with them. Have you ever been driving? Have you ever been driving? You've gone to this place so many times that you don't even think about it anymore. You just drive along and you just you ignore everything, and you get to your destination, you say, I'm already here. All of a sudden you realize that you're there. That's a babbling repetition. Because you've done this so many times that you no longer are aware of your surroundings. You're no longer watching. You're just doing it as a routine. But have you ever gone somewhere that you've never been before? You put the GPS and you make sure that you're hitting every corner correctly. You're making sure that you're going the right path. You're being aware. You're excited. You're experiencing something new. That is prayer. That's why Jesus said, I don't want you to have prayer as a routine. I want you that every single time you go there, you are excited to know, what is God going to show me? What am I going to experience? Where will I be taken this time?
Wow. Wow. I received so much.
Come on, man. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this clip of one of our podcast episodes. To catch the full audio version of this episode, click the link in the description box below. And if you like these clip formats and you want to see more, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we release new episodes. Comment down below what your thoughts are of this episode. And hey, while you're here, go ahead, go and check out another video. Always remember, the portal is open.